During this lesson you will be required to fill out a worksheet. I recommend you read through the worksheet before viewing the lesson. In order to give you time to do this, you can use the pause button at the bottom of the screen. Learning outcomes. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to state the function of an arch, list all 17 arch terms, state the 3 classifications of arches, and describe each classification. Arches. What is the function of an arch? An arch is a more decorative method of bridging an opening within a building. Its function is also to support the weight above it and to visually enhance the appearance of the building. The following diagram would show the various parts of a semicircular and segmental arch. Also see the arch terms file, which will help you to learn all of the 17 arch terms and their definitions. The things that all arches have in common are the parts that make up the arch. These are called the arch terms. No matter what arch we're talking about, the terms stay the same. Now I'm going to talk you through the 17 arch terms. The first one there is A. This is called the skew back. It is the sloping surface against which the springers of some arches rest. Next we have B, which is the key brick. This is the central brick in the arch face, always placed last. Next we have C. This is the springing line. This is a horizontal line drawn between the 2 springing points. Next we have D. This is the striking or the summering point. It is the centre point of the circle of which the curve of the arch is a part of. Next we have is E, which is called the soffit. This is the underside of the arch. Next is F. These are the springers. These are the lowest voussoirs on either side of the arch. Next is G. This is the intrados. This is the inner or bottom curve of the arch. Then we have H. This is called the extrados, the external or top curve of the arch. I is the span of the arch. This is the distance between the 2 abutments. J. These are the abutments. This is the brickwork on either side supporting the arch. K is the haunch. This is the lower third of the arch. L is the crown. This is the highest point on the extrados. M is the rise. This is the vertical distance between the springing line and the soffit of the arch. N, these are the voussoirs, and these are the bricks that make up the arch. O is the face depth. This is the dimension between the extrados and the intrados. P are the creepers. These are the cut bricks around the extrados. And Q is the springing point. This is the lowest point where the curve begins. Now I'm going to read through the arch terms again. A. Skew backs is the sloping surface against which the springers of some arches rest. B. The key brick, the central brick in the arch face, always placed last. C. Springing line, a horizontal line drawn between the 2 springing points. D. Striking or summering point, the centre point of the circle of which the curve of the arch is a part of. E. The soffit. This is the underside of the arch. F. The springers, the lowest voussoirs on either side of the arch. G. The intrados. This is the inner or bottom curve of the arch. H is the extrados, the external or top curve of the arch. I is the span. This is the distance between the abutments. J are the abutments. This is the brickwork on either side supporting the arch. K is the haunch, which is the lower 1/3 of the arch. L is the crown. This is the highest point on the extrados. M is the rise. This is the vertical distance between the springing line and the soffit of the arch. N, these are the voussoirs, and these are the bricks that make up the arch. O is the face depth. This is the dimension between the extrados and the intrados. P are the creepers. These are the cut bricks around the extrados. And Q is the springing point. This is the lowest point where the curve of the arch begins. Classification. Arches can be classified into 3 sections: rough arch, axed arch, and gauged arch. Rough arch. These are arches constructed from uncut bricks. It usually has 2 or more rings, and the curve of the arch is obtained by wedge shaping the joints or V-shaping the joints. The thin end of the joint is at the intrados end. There must be an odd number of bricks in the first ring of this arch to allow for a key brick. Axed arch. In this type of arch, the bricks are cut to a wedge shape. The joints are kept parallel and are approximately 8 to 10 millimeters in size. There must be a key brick in this arch. Gauged arch. In this type of arch, the bricks are also cut to a wedge shape, but then they are rubbed or foiled to the exact shape with a carbonundrum stone. Carbonundrum stones are made from silicon and carbon. The voussoirs are then set in a lime putty with joints of 3 millimeters. There must be a key brick in this arch. Conclusion. An arch is a more decorative method of bridging an opening. There are 17 arch terms and you must know all of them. See the arch terms file to help you learn all of the arch terms and their definitions. The 3 classifications of arches are: a rough arch, which is constructed from uncut bricks; an axed arch, where the bricks are cut to a wedge shape; and a gauged arch, where the bricks are cut to a wedge shape and then rubbed to the exact shape, and they have 3 millimeter joints.